Ellie copied my outfit today.
I didn't copy your outfit.
I was wearing this first.
Yeah, I wanted to be witchy too. What can I say?
Yeah, so you copied me.
Right.
So Ellie's on her period today.
Moody.
Been very moody this morning. Just a whole energy about ya.
I've been all right. Tell me how.
Just the tone in your voice, Ellie. Attitude-y.
Okay, anyways.
I feel like what is so hard, like being a woman and trying to be productive.
Okay.
I'm being dead serious because you're on your period.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can sense a tone shift, even though you say there isn't. There is. Maybe not right now, but there has been this morning.
Camera's on.
And then I'm just like, oh, I can't even bother to talk then.
Yeah, I was well moody this morning. I woke up and I was just like, why have I woken up then? Okay. You don't have those days where you just wake up and you're like, what?
Yeah, to be fair, every morning.
Oh.
Every morning it's just pure dread. That's why I like the nighttime, because
yes,
the nighttime's so peaceful.
It's true. I literally, I feel that on every level.
I feel like this podcast is going to see a different Charlotte week to week.
Yeah, obviously, same.
Same. Sometimes I am mood, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want world peace, and then sometimes I'm like, what a fucking can.
Yeah, same
to everyone, and I just
literally
think, fuck off.
I
do though. Like I'm not even gonna lie. And then I just hate everyone, and then like I wake up literally the next week, I'm like, I love everyone. Everyone just needs world peace.
And some days I wake up and I'm actually like, I actually hate everyone. I actually hate everyone. I never want to see anyone ever again. I'll move to an island and never speak ever again.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
Like, what do you mean we have to go to work when we're on our period and stuff like that? Especially with some women as well. They really struggle. Like really struggle.
My period's not too bad. It's more my moods. I'm a different person.
Same.
I really am. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like, I feel like maybe it's just us. Are we crazy?
No.
Maybe your society just makes you feel like you're crazy when you say stuff like this.
Yeah, maybe because
like some women, I feel like some women don't even complain about it and they just shut up and get on.
Yeah, but again, that's because they've been so suppressed to just think, oh, this is how it's going to be. I have to just get on all the time. And we're just complainers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm just like, but I can't. Everyone's pissing me off. Like, I will start a fight today.
I feel the same. Like sometimes it's best for me to just stay in my room. You don't want me out of there. I need to be in there.
I agree.
What's that about?
I don't know. I just wish I could just crack on and get on with it.
Same, but there is actually genuinely some days where it's actually not possible to do so. And then you get all these people coming in and being like, oh, you're lazy. It's your generation. It's this and that. It's like, no, I just don't.
You're lazy. It's your generation.
It's like, no, I just don't suppress myself like how you do, Mr. Man or Mr. Woman. I mean,
yeah, you're quite good at that. I think I have a lot of internal guilt and shame with stuff still.
Yeah. No, I think I unpacked that a lot though, because I tried to work a 9-to-5 job and I really couldn't. I almost died.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm supposed to be, what's the phase I'm in? Ovulating phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be like motivated and getting shit done, but I seem to be very moody.
I just know that luteal phase is when you're like losing your mind a little bit, actually.
Maybe this is just who I am then. Imagine this is the better version of me. The fuck? I'm happy with it.
You're worse than me when it comes to stuff like that. Talking about my attitude this morning, my attitude probably was just like, yeah. Yours is like, what the fuck, Ellie? I'm trying to have my iPad time. Last week, I went in to go show her this mirror that I wanted to get off Facebook Market. And then I was like, and then she was like, right, get the keys then, go measure the car if you can fit it in there. So then I walked out and then I walked back in. She was like, what, Ellie? Like, I'm trying to eat. You're ruining my eating time. While she was eating with her phone on YouTube. And I was like, right.
I know, I'm like an iPad kid. Yeah, but I need it. Like, that's not my downtime. And then like when people disturb it, it's like, well, you've just ruined it now.
No, I actually do get it though, because that's my only time where I can just like switch off for a second. Yeah.
Yeah. I do go straight to anger. I don't know why.
It's how we brought up in it. Council estate vibes, do you know what I mean?
I don't think it's council estate.
I mean, every council estate I've been in and seen, parent wise and stuff like that, there's a lot of anger present, to be fair.
Yeah, it's probably just the weight of the world
Yeah, definitely.
having to live this way because of fucking governments and shitty world order shit.
Yeah, pinning people against other people all the time when it's actually just the elite's fault, do you know what I mean?
Literally, though. Why is everyone actually such haters nowadays? I say that like when I'm not in one of my moods, I'm actually a full-blown hater.
No, but that's normal. But do we go on the internet and then start typing out messages to people?
No.
And saying the most weirdest stuff I ever heard?
No, we just vent to people that we love because that's how life should be.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't be going on the internet typing out weird things to other people. It just shows the complete projection of oneself, of how much you hate yourself inside.
Life is hard to navigate, like when I do actually.
Yeah, like because you just got your daily struggles in general, and then also trying to better yourself to be a better person. Show up in a different way to how you've been taught to show up since you were a kid, because your parents and their generational trauma and all of this stuff, it's an overwhelming thing to try and overcome and change.
Yeah.
No one said it's easy, but at the end of the day, it's like...
That's what I mean. It's like, I think it's an internal fight, like to, I don't know, like how we've, like, cause we're quite angry, I'd say. We've been brought up on a lot of anger, I guess.
Yeah, and we still haven't worked through that.
Yeah. So like that anger comes through, but then there's that other part of me that's like, I just actually feel sorry for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
I really do.
No, yeah, because like we could watch,
which is
like...
kind of nuts. I just don't know how I can be both sometimes.
I know what you're saying. It's that cognitive dissonance, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, like, for example, like, I can watch a murder documentary and I will feel bad for the murderer at some point because then they'll have their background story. And I'm
what
like,
is that?
And then, like, it makes
like...
sense why they were like that, but, like, not at the same time.
No, like, it's not,
not
like,
at all.
Like, they shouldn't be like that. They shouldn't have done the things
Obviously
they did.
not,
Obviously
but, like,
not.
But their story makes sense and it's like, damn, that was rough.
Yeah, like, no wonder they turned out fucked up.
Yeah, but, like, not that what they did was
justifying it, but
whatsoever.
It's just like, well, it kind of makes sense that they're not like an upholding citizen.
Yeah,
almost.
like, for example, I don't know, when you see the way that when an animal's been abused and then they've turned out very vicious and stuff like that, it's like, okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you've seen their story and like what's happened, it's like, yeah, well.
Yeah, but I actually get embarrassed with the amount of empathy I get for people.
I think
I don't actually normally say it out loud. I feel like I'm going to actually get the anxieties about even putting that out there.
We're going to get the anxieties about every single episode.
Last episode, me and Els put it up. We were anxious messes. We probably don't come across like that. I feel like we come across confident.
It's so funny.
We were just pranging about the most stupid things. Like, we really were.
Yeah, I started it off, to be fair.
Yeah, you did.
It's because of the story at the end, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm such a bad person. Like, I can't believe that I actually did that. Yeah. And then you were like, well, if you feel bad about that, what about when I was saying this? And then,
yeah, literally.
And then we were just spiraling.
Yeah.
Pure spiral.
Because I think, though, it rolls onto the kind of the stuff that we were talking about last week with the, you know, being politically like correct.
Yeah, all the time.
Nowadays, it's like if you say one thing wrong, it's like cancelled, or like just abuse thrown at you. Like, I've seen it on so many social media.
Why do you think people are like that? Like, why do you think cancel culture is a thing now? Like, why do you think it's become such a, like, right, you do one thing wrong, done. Like, is it because we're all just afraid to be hurt? Like, what is it? I don't know. If you put it into introspect of your own life, because I can be like that sometimes, where it's like, but because I've learned to
be like what sometimes?
Like, if someone does me wrong, or that I perceive to be wrong, it's like, nah, I'm done with you. I don't want to see you anymore. Like, I don't want you in my life anymore. But it's like, I then have to calm down and then, like, realize that people are just human at the end of the day and there's mistakes made and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that obviously that comes from a fear of me being hurt or like being like betrayed or whatever. I don't know if it's like one big projection, but it's gone too far, I think, with things. Far too far. Like, things aren't black and white. There's grey areas in everything. Yeah, and that's the internet doesn't have a grey area, unfortunately. No. They just see right and wrong all the time, and I just think it's silly. I do think it's very silly. I think it affects people day to day, because we was even saying, like, there's a lot of things I would like to talk about on this podcast, like even world issues,
like politics and things like that, like, because I am like very opinionated, so are you.
Yeah, so am I, massively.
We have very strong opinions with certain things, but like that sort of culture online, it makes you nervous to talk about things, because you're like, say if I'm not politically correct, say if I use the wrong wording, say if I do this, say if I do that, there's no like,
you just get scrutinized online.
Yeah.
If there's just one thing
and it
wrong.
can just happen to people like that.
It really is like that.
Yeah, I know. Like it could be one video and then that's it. Like,
yeah,
life ruined, or like abuse. And I was just like, I can't take that.
No, neither can I. Definitely could not take that.
I don't know. Us together, I think we can.
Yeah, but it's just like, and it's always like the wrong people being cancelled as well, from what I see anyways. Like I see sometimes it's like, okay, fair enough, I understand why they need to have that platform taken away from them. I don't think they need to be told to kill themselves and things like that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Yeah, like I just think it's insane. Like you shouldn't be telling someone to like end their life because they've made a mistake. I don't think that's apparent in any situation.
Crazy.
In any situation, though, I don't believe in death penalty, anything like that. I think it's
me either.
Insane. Yeah. You cannot choose to tell somebody else or force somebody else into that decision. That's outrageous to me.
Yeah.
No matter what they've done.
But it's not even productive telling people, like scrutinizing people for certain things. Like maybe they weren't educated on a subject, or maybe they did just say it in the wrong way. They didn't actually mean it that way, but they don't have the tools to necessarily express themselves how you would like them to express themselves, and they might have meant it a different way. Sometimes it's not black and white, it's grey.
And not just that, like some humans make mistakes too. Like sometimes you are a bad person in life, and that's just how it is.
And then
but that doesn't
learn
mean,
and grow.
And that doesn't mean overall that you are a bad person. Like this is exactly the things we were talking about last episode, is the layers of people. Like in life, some people see you in all different perspectives in life. Everyone in your life sees you from their own perspective, and you're not going to be everyone's hero in every single perspective. Sometimes you're going to be the villain, sometimes you're not going to be
100%.
liked, but that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means, okay, that situation maybe you can handle differently.
That version of yourself when they met you then wasn't a great version of yourself, but as long as you learn and grow from it, like that's okay, and you can leave that in the past and grow and change with the right people that will accept, obviously not horrendous behaviors. I'm not saying we should accept things, from people.
No, like that is very severe.
Yeah, but like, give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, I think.
Although I've been told many a times that I give people far too much benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but I think this is what I mean. Everyone's different. But my point was, anyway, it's not productive the way people think like that, is because it's actually stopping people forming an opinion and expressing that opinion. If anything, you're suppressing people because of the cancel culture and putting people down if they maybe haven't fully educated on a certain subject, or like they articulate themselves in a wrong way.
Like there's no room just to have that like grey area, like you say.
And like that, and then it stops people following the right.
And then it makes people hateful and like makes people against each other. So heavily.
It's like, oh well, if I'm wrong in this area, like, oh, you don't accept me. And then there's like that politically and in every area.
And I feel like especially for like, if we speak about what we're used to in life, which is like council estate sort of culture. Would you say council estate culture, like that, just
in terms of
that vibe, just the way that everyone is brought up and the thoughts and values, mostly like the majority of like council estate, I would say, is very like, it can be quite judgmental in a lot of states. And I think it's difficult as well because of how the government has basically suppressed that area. It's like it makes it so difficult to grow and learn as time goes on, because you might not have had the education or the purposes in front of you to be able to learn and educate yourself on certain things. So then it already is overwhelming to think, okay, I need to learn and grow and change. So that's already an overwhelming thing in itself. And then you've got people shouting at you from the other side, being like, you're politically wrong, you've got this is wrong, and like you need to be speaking up and you need to do this and this and this and all of these other things, which then makes you regress inward and be like, no, it's even more overwhelming now and I can't educate myself, so now I'm just going to stick to what I've always known.
Yeah, true.
I said that in a really long-winded way, but yeah, like I feel like that's why a lot of people stay stuck and they don't educate themselves, because it is just too overwhelming, because it's just,
well, I think
you've got to be correct all the time.
The thing that I mean, my opinion is this is a class war, not anything else, like it always has been. Like the state of the world is a class war. Like I think the way we've been brought up, that we're part of the working class, but we are told to think a certain way and blame certain people for the state of which we live in terms of, you know, NHS being underfunded, or like the state of the councils in each borough, like all of that sort of thing. We've been told to blame certain people, not the government.
Yeah, the people who are in control of where that money goes and
exactly that. And things are funded by billionaires, and you know, people don't talk about half the shit they need to talk about because we're not told to think that way. And I don't think, like what you were saying, most people won't go outside those barriers of what they already know to explore different ideas, because it's overwhelming. Because the other side of that is people saying you need to be so talk about X, Y, and Z, and you have to be so educated on X, Y, and Z, and if you're not, you're a bad person, you're not speaking up enough, you're not fighting the cause enough, and that's overwhelming. So it's almost like there's the divide.
Especially like the daily struggle every single day too, like if just being in a working class environment, it's hard.
It's graft. Like it's actual. Like people have to work their fucking ass off just to fucking live.
Yeah, not just even like working your ass off. Say you're not, like say you're in a really bad place mentally and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, and you can't work. But it's just like, oh, do you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like in working class, I hear so many stories all the time. Everyone has it so hard. I don't hear a working class person talk and have it easy. In some way, they've got it hard. Like
100%, because it's all about work and surviving to, you know, make sure you've got food on the fucking table.
Yeah, especially
and
nowadays.
Try and make sure you have a life as well, because that's fucking important. But it's so hard to even just do that, like to afford rent, afford food, afford water, afford just everyday bills,
because the inflation that's gone on.
And it's like, and then you're supposed to also have a life, also go explore the world, because you know that's what you're told to do, and that's what you should do, because it's great life experience. And it's like, how the fuck are people affording this? They're not.
They're not. That's why I think the UK has been like voted like the second most depressed place ever.
Oh, has it?
Or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, when I saw it, I don't even remember where I saw it, but like, I saw it and I was like, well, that makes sense. It makes sense, the state of the way we're all living right now.
Yeah, but I think it's all around the world, to be honest. And I'm just getting so sick of like the working class not sticking together. Like how, I mean, you hear, I don't know. I didn't live back in the day, but I just feel like there's such a divide nowadays, and it's still shift blaming onto other cultures or other race, religion, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's like horrible. It's not a fucking race war. It's a class war, and I know, it always has been.
It makes me,
and it's getting worse and worse and worse, because we're in such a consumerism society where people consume so much shit that people are making so much money off us, so much money, and it's like it's just getting worse. Their greed is getting worse. They take more things like shot up in price, so then it's harder for people to, you know, live up to this societal expectation of I've got this and this. You know, like it's a vicious cycle, and I just feel like everyone's asleep to it, and it really winds me up.
It's true, because I feel like, because the stance that we take on most things, we are very, very opinionated on like our politics and like just our opinions on the world, I think, and like very strong-minded on a lot of them too. I just think we're still so like understanding though, and so like open to hearing people's views and points and stuff like that without just shutting people down.
Well, yeah, because I don't think change happens from like hate spreads hate.
Yeah, so like
hate doesn't spread.
No, exactly.
Knowledge.
And like you're not going to get anywhere. Like it's like the eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Literally that. Like, if you're not willing to hear this person out, why the hell should they hear you out? Do you know what I mean? Like, even though.
And people need to remember, people are conditioned in a certain way. Like,
exactly.
Even if you think about the way people were brought up, if they've been told their whole life, you know, life is like this, and then you try to tell them different,
they're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, like, no, that's not how it is.
I know that's how we were brought up, though. We were brought up in that sort of way, and we were like, well, that's not how life is, and we had to do our own education and our own work.
Yeah, but you say that, but our stepdad, was very opinionated.
Yeah,
he is very opinionated. He has very strong views. We opposed most of his views, but he always allowed us to
talk back and
what's the word?
Debate him.
Yeah, he always allowed that. Like, if we had a point to something, he would say, like, he would allow us to express that.
Yeah, that's true.
And there would be friction sometimes, and sometimes he would go away and actually then come back and say,
most of the time he would.
You actually made a point.
Most of the time he would come back and be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we have been taught that.
Yeah,
although our views don't align with people in our lives that have been brought up around us, or like, brought up around us, like, we have always been taught to, you know, stand by who you are. Yeah,
and respect other people still. Do you know what I mean? Like,
although sometimes it does infuriate me and it creates this like anger ball inside my chest. But
the
majority of the time,
all the time. All the time that's how it is for me. Like, I can't sit here and lie. Like, if someone has an opposing view to me that is like, that goes against me as a being, like, for example, like gay rights and stuff like that, all those things, like, no, that makes me extremely angry.
Same though, but that's basically saying I don't give a shit about how you want to live your life, so that means they don't care about you, really.
And sometimes that gets the better of me, and I will get angry in a debate, and I will have a go at someone, because I'm just a person at the end of the day too. Like, if someone's saying my right to live as a person isn't allowed, like, obviously I'm gonna get angry.
Yeah, obviously.
Like,
but that's also comes from, like, why do people not just let people live how they want to live? Like, that has baffled me.
That annoys me as well.
Forever. I will never ever understand why people are so pressed about how someone else chooses to live their life. It is crazy.
It just only screams that you're unhappy in yourself. Like, if someone, like, I don't like, there's nothing that any one of my friends or anyone that I care for or any stranger could tell me that they do or they are how they want to live their life, and I would be like, what the fuck?
Well, unless they were murderers, obviously.
But that's against my moral system.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, if someone was like, I'm gay, like, well, I am too. Do you know what I mean? But like,
no, but
from any standpoint, there's like anything that isn't messed up, like severely messed up, like murdering someone or anything like that. Why do you care?
Yeah, literally. I will never understand that. It's like when people were so, like, even the propaganda that people fell for with trans people is crazy to me.
Like, with the bathroom situation.
Yeah, just so much. Like, the things that are like put out and people actually believe it. Like, they actually believe it. And when I have a conversation with someone that believes that sort of shit, I genuinely can't say. I'm stunned.
Like, most of the time when that conversation comes about, depending on who it is, I'll walk away, because I'm actually like, do you know what? I can't even. I'm not going to bother changing your opinion, because you ain't going to do that.
And it's hard because it's like you want to be empathetic in life, and you want to guide people in an empathetic way. I think.
Sometimes you just know,
but sometimes it's just not worth the conversation. Like, you just think, fuck me, as if that's
the amount of times I've genuinely been in a debate with someone, and I've actually just sat there and I'm like, yeah, this debate is over, because I'm just like, as if you've just said that to me. Like, when someone's like, I don't know, when someone's like arguing against conspiracy theories with me, and I'm like,
yeah, what do you mean? Arguing against conspiracies?
No, like, telling me a conspiracy that's just so like
that is absolutely ridiculous.
Like,
and you're like,
what are you talking about?
I actually have a day off. Like, I get some, but
some of them, okay, I understand, but like, at the same time, you're still focusing on the wrong thing. Why don't you focus on the real conspiracy theories that actually have proof behind them, like the pharmaceutical industry, like the dairy industry?
Yeah,
like, these things actually are the biggest conspiracies in our society.
But people ignore it. They're straight in front of their face, but they prefer to think
the moon's fake. The earth is flat.
The people in government are lizards. Like, right, okay.
Like, even if that was true, right?
Yeah, what are we going to do about it?
Right.
Okay. This is a really fucking cool story. Even if it was true, which it's fucking not, but even if it was,
cool.
Excellent.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. When it gets to that out of hand, it's like, no, I'm not even having a conversation with you, because
no, isn't
it is just giving moron. And like I said, I don't like to call people names, but
yeah,
it does stress me out.
No, same. That's why I'm just like, nah, can't even be bothered.
Yeah.
Can't even be bothered. But I think even that, like, I feel like for a while we felt really bad about turning down conversations like that at times, because for a while we were so in our heads about like having, again, to be politically correct, and because a lot of our family members at times don't have the same views as we do, and we were almost had this pressure on our shoulders to basically change their minds and fight them constantly. And it created such a like tension environment most of the time.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes let's just not talk about that stuff.
Yeah, let's just not, because it's not going to go anywhere. Like sometimes people just won't change, and that's like,
yeah, and some people will just have different views. It's not, like I said, as long as it's not infringing on your rights, let's say like gay rights, whatever, like,
yeah,
and think like serious things, then I'm more than happy to have a different view on certain things.
Yeah, same. But
as long as it's not infringing on my rights.
Yeah, like if like,
people I love rights, like gay rights, I'm very passionate about that as well. Even about trans though, like I don't actually know a trans person, me personally. Like, do you think I care if someone's trans? I don't give a shit. Let them live their fucking life.
I have a few friends who are trans, and they're like the most amazing people ever.
Yeah, but I don't understand it. I don't understand why people care so much. Like, I genuinely, to me, it's actually it's wild.
Yeah,
it's wild why you would care. And it's just because you've been told society needs to look a certain way.
It's
and
true.
If you don't conform to this, then you're a freak and you're X, Y, and Z. And it's like, fucking wake up. Like, why are you listening to the fucking how society, how is supposed to be constructed? No one's happy in this day and age. Unless you're fucking a millionaire. Everyone's mostly is getting by and really struggling. Like, that no one cares about you, okay? The government don't care about you. So stop fucking licking people's arse that are spreading hateful propaganda. They don't care about you. So
yeah, and it's like, even like, for example, even going on transphobia, like, for example, some people would be seen as more passing to be cis, like a cis woman or a cis man from birth, and then you're automatically treated better than somebody who else would be less passing in a sense, which is insane to me. It's going on basically what you were just saying, and like, if you don't look a certain way or you don't fit certain gender norms, then you're automatically seen as less than and treated different, and it's like, what?
It's crazy.
It's literally like, what are you talking about?
I don't get that. I actually don't understand how people's brains work like that. I'm being dead serious.
It's just because it's literally social conditioning. It's literally social conditioning, and it's insane because people just don't think for themselves. Again, this is this whole thing about social media and stuff, why it's so bad, because the people who already didn't think for themselves and only just went along with what they've been brought up to believe and think, which could have been decades ago knowledge too. It's like now they're even worse because they're going off of propaganda that is coming up on their phone that is suited for their brain. Like their algorithm is suited for the way they think already. So then they're like, oh yeah, my opinion is definitely strong in this and that, and then they go off of facts that they see on TikTok or something that is just outrageous, and half of the time not even true. Sometimes even if they are true, but half the time they're not.
Actually not true though.
Yeah,
that's what I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. I know it is social conditioning and how society has been made to be, you know, this all woman man household that produce kids, work themselves into the ground, and do you know what I mean? But some people don't want their life to look like that. So why do you care? They're not making you live a different way. Like, if you want to stick to that, you do that. There's nothing. I have nothing against that either. Just let people live how they want to live. Yeah,
because why is it bad if it's different to how you live? I just don't think people self-reflect enough in this lifetime. Like, I think people just instantly, again, like I've said, they've grown up a certain way and they've had certain opinions shoved down their throat and certain ways of living, and that's just how they assume what is right. Like, for example, the whole controversy that there was for ages about people from different cultures eating with their hands. A lot of white culture is obviously eating with cutlery, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then it's like when white culture sees something like that, it's like instant, like, you're doing it wrong, this is gross, that's disgusting, that's unhygienic, and this, and
that's what I mean. It's like
people... what just because someone lives a different way to you? How?
I know, like, why do you fucking
do you know what is unhealthy? Your builder's bum, mate. Put it away. That's what's unhealthy, mate. That's making me sick.
I don't understand how people don't awaken to this stuff, but I think hate is contagious. I think that's why.
Yeah, it is.
Especially
really
when
is.
you are brought up in a way that is such a struggle. That's why I mean I have empathy for it, because you live to work.
Yeah, and you don't know it any other way.
Yeah, and it's stressful. Life is fucking stressful. Like, it really is for everyone. Like, it's so stressful. So I get why it's contagious, because, you know, I think most people just want someone to blame for their
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and I get it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I get
the right people.
Yeah, let's blame the right people, not the...
And I think there is so much you can do to change your own life, but there also is, it's built up in a way where people are supposed to struggle.
Yeah,
it's built in this 100%. Way for a reason. But I know there's a lot of people out there that will say, you just need to change your mindset, you just need to do this.
No, like, because I've done that. I've done that before. It's not. Yeah. It's not that. Like,
and I think to a certain extent, yes, and that can help people out, and that can be like, people do get out of dark places from certain, you know, self-helps and stuff like that, and I think that's good.
Yeah, sometimes.
But at the same time, sometimes it's set up like this. It's supposed to be like this, and the only way it's going to change is if we all fucking stick it to the man.
Every Christmas when we're having Christmas dinner, our cheers is, what is it? To the revolution. Yeah. It's literally...
It's fuck the governments.
Yeah.
And the billionaires.
Literally. I guess that goes also into a lot of... I don't know if you know a lot about anarchy and stuff like that, to be fair. Mm-mm. I'm still new to it, so I'm still reading about it and stuff like that. But from what I've read so far, it's about basically people don't believe that we need governments. We should be able to, like, just have human decency and go off of that. For example, like, not pushing in front of a line or not talking down to each other and things like that. Like, there shouldn't be someone who basically sits there and says, if you don't do those things, you're going to get in trouble. Right. Like, it's just about having community and caring for one another.
Compass, but a lot of people don't have it.
No, of course not. But then again, that's the whole argument that a lot of anarchists make, that it's to do with the government itself. Why we don't have that? It's because the government have put all these rules in place.
Restrictions.
Yeah,
and what you're saying.
Yeah, so that it creates this frustration, and again, because the government has done it in like a very manipulative way, very manippy way. It's just it's created this hate against each other rather than community.
Well, yeah, I can see it. I think if you look at like even indigenous people and be like native people to certain like areas, they did work as like a community. Yeah, it was very community based. It was just mutual respect for everyone. Yeah, everyone helped each other out. And
yeah, and I've seen a lot of I think, I don't know where it comes from, but I've just heard it from friends. They've talked about it, is like a commune, but like with like gay people. Like there was like a thing where you would just raise your kid together, like as a group of people, rather than just like the mum and the dad or whatever. Or, like it would be like,
but it was probably very much okay. It was probably like that back in the day.
Yeah, it was. No, it was. Yeah. I think there's certain tribes as well. I'm not too sure about where, but there were certain tribes where your neighbor's kid is your kid. Yeah. Literally, like. But that's what it takes. What's that saying? It takes a whole village to raise one child. Yeah, yeah.
And I think that is. I look at some people raising kids, I'm like, fucking hell, I don't know how you do that.
No, yeah, same. But imagine you had a whole community helping you.
Yeah, that'd be really so fulfilling.
Yeah.
And I don't think people would feel so exhausted and burnt out.
Because life wouldn't be about working.
Yeah. But I think that's why there's, you know, people, you know, say their family are their community, I guess.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have that.
Not luxury. in this day and age, it's not.
Yeah, and everyone's so like run down from their own lives, just trying to pay fucking bills.
Imagine it's without trauma, it's already traumatizing enough just to live, and then imagine having trauma on top of those things, then trying to like navigate away in this system when it's so impossible to get yourself out of it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like the only way most like council estate people or people of working class anyways get themselves out of this is if they get rich and famous, basically. And then you hear them all tell the same story about like, I was you back in that day and this is how I used to live life and stuff like that. Otherwise, the majority of people, it's just then a never ending dream of like, oh, maybe I'll get to do that one day, but then having to work 15 hours a day
when
every day.
It shouldn't have to be like that. No one should have to have some dream of winning the lottery or winning, like becoming famous.
They shouldn't have this mental escapism every single day.
No, they're like, life should be fair
and fulfilling to everyone,
and it's not.
Yeah,
and it's really, really not. And it's not the immigrant that comes over because they're fleeing from fucking war and famine.
Which, by the way, where's your empathy for that? Hello, imagine that was your daughter or your sister or your brother, your mother, your father.
It's the fucking billionaires at the top. It's the governments at the top using you and blaming other people and wanting to privatize a lot of shit and make money off all of us.
Classic narcissist, if you ask me.
Yeah, most of them fucking are.
Yeah, I mean, it actually is like one of the studies has actually kind of proven that, isn't it? That most of the time, people who get rich and famous have some level of like narcissistic traits.
Really?
Well, yeah, because they have to believe in themselves, so they have to think so highly of themselves most of the time. Like if you think about like some of the men in power, anyways, think about how they think about themselves.
No,
I reckon they can marry themselves if they could.
That's also another thing. I don't know how people fall for loving certain. Do you know what? That's actually a thing I will say. People need to stop viewing politicians like they're your favorite fucking band or pop star. Like, they are here to serve us. You shouldn't be, bowing down to politicians. They are here to serve us and make our society fair and equal as best as they can. And people are forgetting that.
Yeah. I think as well, pedestals really it's hard because obviously everyone puts someone on a pedestal in their life because we've been brought up to think that way. But like trying to unlearn that and stuff, because I just think it's just kind of icky. Now, what do you mean I view someone higher than myself as a person? Like, we're all humans. Why is anyone higher or lower?
I just think everyone fucking lacks self-awareness,
to be honest. I do agree. I just think sometimes it's brain rot, literally. I think some people just are like robotic in a sense. They really like, they just, I don't know, it's just they don't think for themselves. They hear and see stuff on the internet and they're like, okay, that's how I think now. And because especially when they're told, it starts off with the video being like, if you think da-da-da is da-da-da, then you're a bad person and I'm going to tell you why. And then it's like one of those videos.
That is so accurate.
That's exactly what it is though. And it's like the people who don't think for themselves and don't, like how we've been saying this whole episode, that they don't think for themselves and they don't actually sit with themselves to think about how they view the world and what works for them in their mind. They instantly just want to, it's performative. They want to be in the right.
Yeah, do you know what I saw?
And politically correct.
Yeah, and I think people are trying to always look like a good person nowadays, not actually be a good person.
Yes, because this is what we were talking about last week as well.
There's a very big difference. Just because you know a lot about certain things that are going on in the world and you're standing up for certain rights, are you practicing that in your everyday life to people you care about?
Exactly. So why are you having empathy for things in the world that you cannot control, but the second something in your life goes, like something like your friend goes down with an illness and needs you, or it has a breakup, are you having the same empathy? Are you there?
Are you practicing that? Yeah.
Like, are you?
And it's like, or is this performative?
And you're not.
And you're just trying to be a good person via like social groups or online.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of that. I'm not gonna lie, in my life, I've seen a lot of performative people. They know a lot of information, but it's just information. Yeah, they don't do anything with that information, and they're not actually nice people at the end of the day. They're not there for the people that they love.
Yeah,
and it's just, that's sad to me.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like we have covered so many fucking topics. Like, it's all over the place.
It's because society is all over the place. Let's be real.
It's because it's all entwined into one. I think you talk about politics, but then I don't know.
It covers everything. Like the state of how we all live. It literally covers everything. It covers the patriarchy. It covers social media. It covers everything. Like,
that's what I mean. It's all entwined. Like, the way you might view the world might be because of the way your life is, and that is because not all instances, but of how the world is run and how the world is set up to be. Like, people are supposed to struggle. Like, there's supposed to be this unfair unbalance in society because it keeps the rich richer and the poor poorer. Yeah. And I think it all circles back to that. I think a lot of things, even the way people think negatively with gay rights, trans people, or anything like immigrants.
Yeah, it's been placed there, so it's a distraction to
actually see what's actually wrong with the world.
Yeah, and that's why I think a lot of the time when I have those debates and conversations with people as well, I try to hear the person out and then try and change their mind about it, because it's like, well, if I scream at you right now, you're not going to change your mind.
No,
but this
doesn't spread.
But that's not my responsibility for everyone, though. Some people are just going to get a giant mouthful from me. Yeah, that's just for sure. Off. Absolutely. But if you're someone that I actually really care about, not that I actually have people in my life that do think that way, to be fair, that I care about.
I feel like I've been uneducated on a few things.
That's what I mean. Like, so if
you've told me about, you've explained it to me, and sometimes I've been like, I don't really understand still.
Yeah.
But like, I don't come from a hateful place though. Like, I'm not. Mine's just literally because I'm uneducated on that certain thing.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, most of the people that I have in my life are very similar to me in a sense, where they're very open to discussions and learning. Yeah, so I don't ever have hateful conversations. I just have a conversation like, okay, why do you think like that? And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because it's not, like I said, most people, well, a lot of people, if you have self-awareness, it's just because you, like, I'm not understanding something can feel quite uncomfortable, and it can make you feel stupid and small. But if you just ask those questions, you can understand it more, and it actually opens up your mind to a lot of other things. I've always found anyway, like I said, Els, you've educated me on loads.
Well, vice versa, yeah,
but I wouldn't have been exposed to necessarily, if that makes sense. But because I'm directly exposed to that sort of stuff, it's like I'm more educated on it and I understand it more. But like, sometimes, because we are all conditioned in a certain way to think a certain way, and society is supposed to be a certain way, sometimes it does just need a little, like, I don't really understand this though, like, and then someone just explains it to you,
and it's what community, that's what community is supposed to be about. But again, social media puts such a block and divide in that.
It's like, you're scared to say, I don't really understand this, and I don't need to come from a hateful place. God, I just don't get it
so massively like, because I just honestly, that the amount of times that I've made a lot of like queer friends this year, which has been like so amazing. And there was so many things I didn't know about, I didn't know existed, I didn't even know were things that was, and you are still around. Exactly. And I'm hot gay, and I didn't even know. And like, I now, like, and because those friends are they're just great friends, they were able to sit there when they've said something, I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, what?
And they didn't like make you feel small and judged.
No, they sat there and they were like, okay, so this is what it is. And then I'd be able to ask those annoying questions without being scrutinized, that I probably would be scrutinized online if I asked those questions.
100%.
Because for me, I need to know all the parts of the information to understand. Exactly. Like, for me, it's like when someone's telling me something, I'm gathering all the pros and cons to it so I can understand it for myself fully and then take it on board myself. For example, if like these things that my friends have educated me on, if I didn't ask some of the annoying questions, I wouldn't be able to go debate someone else about that, because I didn't know that, because they would probably
not
ask
just
that
like
question.
You would be sitting in uncertainty yourself.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. So it's really important, I think, to have some form of community around you where you can just be openly yourself without fearing that you're going to be cancelled.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice if the whole world was like that?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I feel like there'd be just so much understanding, but it's just not.
Yeah, I think we've got a long way to go before that happens.
Oh my God, it's literally the worst it's been at the moment. There's so much divide and hate. It's a joke. I don't think people realise the way in which these politicians and, you know, podcasters that are pro a certain negative thing, let's say, they are very clever in terms of how they manipulate people, the way in which they dodge questions, you know, deflect questions. And I think people also just aren't aware of these sort of tactics, and they think because someone's turned a conversation round and made something else look bad, it's like, oh, they're spitting facts, when actually they've not actually made any sense whatsoever.
They've not made
All they've
any
done is
sense.
just completely switched it round and turned it round on someone else without actually answering any fucking question.
But that's like
and it's very manipulative.
Yeah, it's very manipulative.
Algorithms are set up to create this divide so the rich can stay rich and the poor can stay fucking poor.
Because we're nonetheless wiser to go and do our own research, because we stay complacent, because that's exactly how they forced it on us.
Exactly, because hate creates hate. So they spread more of that, and you create little hateful people running around blaming other people for their problems when actually they need to fucking be blaming them.
Yeah.
I don't understand people that judge people for not, you know, being on social media and talking about issues that are going on in the world. Some people do not have that capacity, and that is absolutely okay.
Yeah. Like I've had a lot of people as well, like talking about, for example, certain people who are activists on social media, and because they don't cover every single thing, it's like
they get called out for it.
They're not seen as a worthy activist, but it's like, but what if their niche is just for that particular thing? Like, why does it need to be
that's the thing,
for everything?
Some people are passionate about different things as well. That's the other thing that people, I think, just don't even choose, like they choose to not see. Like, people are passionate about politics, some people are passionate about animal rights. You know, stop telling people to what they should talk about and what they shouldn't talk about. Like, just let people be free.
And not just that, what activism are you doing?
Yeah,
because I see you calling out a lot of people online,
you're
but what
in
are
the
you doing?
Being a keyboard warrior, but actually, what the fuck are you doing about it?
That's what I mean. So I just think everyone should stop being so judgmental of everyone on this earth, and just realize that everyone's got their own emotional well-being to cope with every single day, and they've got their own lives to try and sort through, because we're all living here for the first time. Like, we just need to chill out a little bit. We just need to have judging all the time and have a community and hold space for people.
Yeah, have compassion. I think we're the first to say, you know, the amount of things that are wrong with us, like, and how we are quick to anger, and sometimes we judge people and whatnot, but we do circle back to reality and put our check ourselves. And I think that's what it is. Like, it's fine to have these moments of anger or judgment, but as long as you circle back and have some compassion for people, like, the world would just be 10 times better.
Yeah, massively. I'm so sick of that word. I'm so sick of that word.
I feel like we're talking like we basically just solved world issues.
Yeah, we basically have. So basically, everyone meditate and love each other, and we should be fine.
And just be in a community.
Yes, that's basically how we will solve all world issues.
Most people are like, it can't be like that because of the economy and the space in the world. But I don't actually care about borders. Like, when people are so pressed about, like,
no, but the thing, but again, this is where I go back to that thing of, like, I guess this is really woo woo, but like, it's like, that was literally man-made. That can be taken away. Like, when someone's like the economy or money, and I'm like, okay, but that was still man-made, wasn't it? It was still man-made.
It's actually all made up. So that's why when people are pressed about stuff, it's like, you do know this is made up, right?
Yeah, like, you're just playing
actually, we're just playing the game. Like,
it's not that deep. Like, the words you're speaking right now are actually just made up too.
Everything's made up.
So
everything is fucking made up.
You
like,
should
borders
chill out.
are made up. So, like, stop crying about them as well, because that pisses me off. And I get, you know, there's like, we couldn't all just go into one place because we wouldn't fit and shit like that. I understand, but
but why does it have to be a border? Again, this goes into anarchy and stuff like that. Like, it's it's the control of the things. Like, you don't. Why do you care? Actually, why do you care?
That's what I mean. That should, I might get that tattooed on me. Why do you actually care?
That should be, why do you care?
I think I might just start saying that to people. Like, why are you so pressed about that? Like, what's actually made you care that much?
Yeah, because most of the time they don't have an argument. It's literally projection most of the time, because they're so unhappy within themselves. Like, genuinely, like, they have to find something else outside of themselves to feel better. Like, a worldly issue that is, it doesn't affect you.
That's what I was just about to say, that how it doesn't even directly affect.
Yeah, most of the issues don't actually directly affect your life. Yeah, maybe the mass side of it, like with the 1% of whatever, do you know what I mean? Like, but other than that, it doesn't. Your day-to-day life, when you wake up, if you didn't have social media, it wouldn't affect you, because you wouldn't even know. So
exactly. And I know this is a random comment, but like, even with the trans issues, like, most people, especially most people I know, especially in this area, don't even know a fucking trans person. So why the fuck are you so pressed about it? Why are you waking up, going on Facebook and putting a hateful status about trans people when you don't even fucking know one?
And if you did, you wouldn't make that statement anyways, because genuinely they're the kindest people ever.
Because why would you? Like, that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. Like, things don't even directly affect people, and they're like, "This is an outrage. I can't believe this is fucking."
Yeah, like with the toilet thing and stuff. It was like when they were saying, like, women feel unsafe. Why is that like a man's thing into manipulating society?
Like, we need to look after the women and children.
You don't look after us in any other way. You think because having
honestly, I could go on to another rant, because it's like, you are literally the ones that sexualize us, and literally,
but someone who's trans comes into our bathroom, suddenly you're not safe.
We need to protect our women and children.
I have never in real life, I've genuinely never in real life met another woman who has said that.
I've never had.
I've heard it from all the men though. I've heard it from every single man I know.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And they just tell you about this one case that happened or something where this...
Back in like 1970s, when there's probably about 2,000 more than that of cis men doing crimes to women in women's bathrooms.
Yeah, the majority of fucking crimes.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, don't it gets me. Even with the whole immigrant thing that was going on. Like,
it's just...
Look at the statistics then. Look at the statistics then.
I know.
Oh, what paedophiles? Look at the statistics, please.
I know. But no, but again, that's what people aren't realising. They just...
The propaganda. That's why.
It's literally just distraction. Literally distraction. And don't you find it funny how they do these sort of... This is the thing, like, we're not conspiracy theorists, but these would be seen as conspiracies. But it's like they are deflection of what's going on currently. There'll be like something that's going on with like a politician or something, and it'll just be funny how there's an uproar about immigrants or there's an uproar about fucking trans people.
That's not even conspiracy to me. That is like, if you look at the way that the new, like, if you actually look into like how the newspapers word things and things like that, it is manipulation. It is.
Yes,
the way but it's like, manipulation isn't inherently a bad word. It can have good and bad meanings, because manipulation shows up in everyone's day-to-day life. Like, it just does. But like, the way that they do it obviously is in a way that is very manipulative to sway your mind a certain way. Like, even color psychology, that's manipulation. People use color psychology within everything, for shopping, everything. They use certain colors to trick your mind into thinking, oh, that will be better for you. Just the newspapers and everything, just know that they know all of this information too. They know how to have manipulation and use psychology against people who are slightly more uneducated or unself-aware.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, I don't see that as conspiracy. I see that as just facts.
No, I know that, and I see it as well. But some people would just say that is conspiracy.
Again, it's because they're being so unaware.
Yeah,
they're just choosing to stay complacent.
It's right in front of your faces. That's what annoys me.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Oh, people just piss me off. That's what I mean. Then it's back to being pissed off at people.
Yeah, it's just this whole cycle. We've actually just taken you on our whole like thought process.
Yeah, and it's like
through these situations.
It's so scrambled, and there's so much information on we should really go deep on certain subjects, not just entwine absolutely everything.
But I think we have time to do that. Yeah,
and it just is like that. But I think everything circles back,
just feeling pissed off,
to control and shit. Really. Yeah, it does. It all circles back. But I think
we just need to love each other and stop being so hateful all the time. Just have a conversation. Just accept people for being human.
But that is like what you were saying. It is human to some days be like, fuck off to everyone.
Yeah, and also at the same time as I'm being all lovey-dovey and whatever, fuck those people who are actually horrible people, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't...
That are just against gay rights, women's rights, trans rights.
Literally, like,
just human rights. Shouldn't even need to put those labels in front of it. It should just be fucking human rights.
Yeah, and if you're just hateful towards how one person chooses to live their life, or just is as a being,
I say grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
We've waffled on long enough.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed coming into our space again.
And just listening to us ramble on. I think it was a bit chaotic today. Our cycles are just not matching up, you know.
No, yeah, they're not right now.
Yeah, bye then.
Bye then.